So the saltwater wedge has been making headlines for weeks now at this point, but you've got some updates for us.
Yes, the forecast that was released late last week did show a shift at some of the water treatment intakes being delayed about a month, while some of the ones further upstream on the east bank possibly seeing no impacts from the saltwater intrusion right now. However, water treatment facilities downriver, closer to where the saltwater wedge actually is, are still seeing anticipated impacts close to that original timeline.
So for the original timeline, when was that? When was the saltwater wedge supposed to impact these areas?
In October, middle of October to late October, kind of depending on where you go on the river. We're seeing impacts at locations south of the wedge location right now, Fort Sulphur and East Point Lahash, and further down in Plaquemines Parish. But as the wedge is forecast to move upriver, we will see possible impacts at Belle Chase, Dalcour, and St. Bernard as well.
Is there anything that can change the trajectory of the salt wedge? We've had some rainy weather today. Is that at all going to impact what's happening?
Unfortunately, local rain doesn't have that big of an impact on the Mississippi River. If it falls in our area, it has many ways to kind of get to the Gulf of Mexico, especially New Orleans. The city drains into Lake Pontchartrain, and it just kind of goes out on that side. What we're really looking for is rain across the Mississippi River Valley, from Montana to the western side of New York State, particularly in like the Ohio River Valley watershed, the Missouri, and the Red River. But what we've seen here in the past week or so is a tremendous amount of rainfall in the Red River Valley. And so that's raised levels on the Red River up. So we're not having to divert as much through the old river control structure. We're putting more down the main stem while maintaining that 70-30 split that the old river control structure does. And so we're seeing higher flows on the Mississippi River right now, which is one of the reasons we're had the updated forecast is the flows were coming in higher than forecasted.
So about 2 weeks ago, the Army Corp of Engineers was working on updating a sill that was already put in place in around mid-July. So how is the sill? Is it complete? Is it working the way it's supposed to?
It's working better than initially anticipated. We're seeing greater benefits and results from the work done on the sill. As of this week, it's about 90% complete. It's built to the elevation. The dredge has to go in and fill in a few areas here and there, but it's up to the elevation that we wanted to build it to. And we are seeing the sill continue to slow down progression of saltwater upriver. Still a very dangerous river, and we want to discourage anybody from exploring any sandbars, the riverbanks that are exposed. All those areas are unstable, and the river is still very dangerous.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
No problem.